All right, welcome to the Comic Book Shop of Doom. I'm your host. This is the nightly news for Wednesday, July 15th, 2020. This video is not for children, so if you're under 13, get your parents' permission to watch this. I don't need a $40,000 fine from COPA, YouTube, or the government. If anything, ask mom and dad to watch the video with you. They could explain whatever you don't understand. All right, here's your nightly news on the Comic Book Shop of Doom, where we cover comic books, movies, Star Wars, pro wrestling, and all the other goodies. Okay, we have a death. Grant Imahara, 49. This was the guy that was on the Mythbusters and then the show White Rabbit on Netflix. He had a brain aneurysm. So he died of cerebral hemorrhage, basically. So that's young, 49. He was a robotics specialist and an engineer, and he used to build this stuff on Mythbusters. He worked at ILM and Lucasfilm for 9 years. So the dude was a talented guy. It's a shame, man. He was, I watched him all the time on there. So condolences to his friends and family. Okay, Harvey Weinstein's $19 million settlement. It dies as the judge fails to approve it. Now, I heard that number, and then I heard 46 million. So it's, where do these guys get these numbers? I mean, it's all over the place. So well, one thing, he probably hid money. I mean, in my opinion, he hid his money, and he's in prison and he just can't access it now. So moving on to a lighter topic, HasLab Sentinel hits 9,000 buyers. So it needed 6,000 to get funded. We've been covering this the last couple of days. So now they have a female Sentinel Prime is unlocked that comes with the figure. So every time this thing goes over another 1,000, they give you another goodie. So it costs $350 times 9,000. So it's over like the $3 million mark. I did the math earlier today. So, okay, Quinlan Voss is going to be on the Bad Batch, supposedly. That's the Star Wars animated show that's going to be on Disney Plus in 2021. So the Renegade Jedi is going to be on there. Okay, Kidding, starring Jim Carrey, has been canceled by Showtime after 2 seasons. Kelly Marie Tran joins Hulu's anthology series Monsterland. Kelly Marie Tran was Rose Tico in the last 2 Star Wars sequels. Okay, Hellstrom. The Damien Hellstrom, the Son of Satan TV show is going to be on Hulu. Okay, they got teaser images out, so you can see that on the internet. You can see pictures of the cast and crew. Okay, Diamond Comics is working with only a 50% staff, so that's what's distributing your comic books, except for DC. Image Comics has removed the oral history of the Warren Ellis Forum. So all these people came out against Warren Ellis recently, accusing him of sexual harassment and stuff like that. And there's actually a website that his accusers have detailed stories on there. So it's really, really bad with this guy. Louise Simonson is going to write a Wonder Woman 1984 prequel for Walmart. So there's going to be a comic book prequel to Wonder Woman 1984 in Walmart. Marvel's next X-Men crossover is called Dark Ages. So that's going to be their next big crossover. Is there going to be a new Dirty Dancing movie? Jennifer Grey is going to star and executive produce for Lionsgate a mystery dancing movie. So we will see. USA Network has scrapped the Milo Ventimiglia Evel Knievel limited series. They blamed COVID-19 on its demise. The Telluride Film Festival this year has been canceled due to COVID-19. Studio Canal Plus and the production company called The Picture Company nab a Seth Owen role-play spec script. So a spec script is something that some guy just writes on his own and then he sells it to Hollywood. So it was never commissioned or nothing. It was just an original idea. And somebody bids on it and they bought it. Okay, X-Men Days of Future Past is uncensored on Disney Plus, according to Hugh Jackman. Marvel and DC are sitting out the Comic-Con at home, so DC has their fandom thing going. Dan Abnett to crossover Project Superpowers, Red Sonja, and Vampirella over there at Dynamite. They are making a movie about the Unabomber. Okay, problems in distribution, getting DC Comics to Berlin. So the European distribution of DC Comics is bad. Boom is rebooting the Power Rangers with Mighty Morphin #1, so a new comic book. The Scream Factory is releasing 2 steel case Blu-rays, Pumpkinhead and Motel Hell, and then they're going to do a standalone Blu-ray of Terror in the Aisles, the documentary on horror movies from the 80s. Okay, in your wrestling news, WWE's Raw from Monday, July 13th, the lowest rating in the show's history. It was 1.561 million people. QT Marshall from AEW has COVID-19, and that was spread around by DDP. He says he thinks he's recovering from COVID-19. So he was sick, his girlfriend was sick, his daughter had to take care of him. Will Ospreay reveals that he came close to committing suicide recently. So that's not funny. He's had a lot of problems where another female wrestler claimed that he covered up for a guy, and then a lot of people were making fun of him with his work rate, that, it's all spot shows and stuff. So if Will Ospreay, if you feel like you're going to do something like that, go get help. Go ask somebody for counseling or something. Don't do that stuff. So I'm sure he's watching his video, but if he ever does, or a friend of his does, tell him to go get help. Talk to somebody before you do something like that. Your friends and family are the ones that pay the price when people do that stuff. Okay, Absolute Intense Wrestling is thinking about shutting down. They're based out of Ohio, and it looks like they're not going to be able to run any shows for the rest of this year. And they can't even do empty arena shows. So they wanted to do like an empty arena show with no fans to do some kind of fundraiser, and the government said no in Ohio. So it looks like they're done. Tony Khan told Eric Bischoff right to his face that AEW wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for WCW. Well, yeah, Dynamite looks like a copy of Nitro when you look at the whole look of the show. The Undisputed Era, there's a rumor that they're going to be called up soon to the main roster in WWE from NXT. Okay, Charlotte Flair's reality TV show is going to film soon. And then there's all this, basically it's these runaround storyline. Cody Rhodes did an interview to talk about CM Punk, where he says that he didn't demand a ton of money. I heard another thing that CM Punk wanted an astronomical amount of money to go to AEW. So one says yes, the other says no. So you know what I say? I say I don't care. Everybody have a good night.